We welcome you from Gov Fuller Field ahead of game 44 out of 44 for the CCBL regular season. I'm Lily Butler, joined alongside Joe Pratt and Tyler Danberg ahead of the matchup between the Cotuit Kettleers and what Coach Roberts says is the hottest offense in the Cape League right now, the Falmouth Commodores. Guys, I cannot believe we're here, game 44. Just looking back on the season, it's crazy to think that we have played 44, well, we haven't, but we've attended and watched and broadcasted 44 games of baseball. But last night was no exception. Game 43 was a loss for the Cotuit Kettleers, but starting out mostly a pitcher's duel just up until those final frames. Tyler, what stood out to you about last night's loss against Bourne?
You nailed it right there, Lily. The pitching. I mean, we saw two great starts from Finn McElroy and Gabe Driscoll. There's no doubt that that was probably the best start of Finn McElroy's college and amateur career. He went a career-high 4 innings. He had only gone 2 2/3 3 times, once in college and twice here on the Cape. He goes 4 scoreless. And then Gabe Driscoll, he went 4 2/3. He even left the bases loaded and did a great job shutting out a Cotuit offense that is in the top 3 in the league.
Yeah, Tyler, absolutely. And these past couple of games, just gotten a chance to look at some of the newer guys that came onto the Cotuit roster heading into playoffs and the final games of the regular season. But one of the more recent names is Sean Keys, and I spoke with him about what his adjustment was like and how he's going to be able to help some of the newer guys get adjusted heading into playoffs. So we'll send it on to that interview in just a second and be right back for the Kettleers starting 9.
Is being recognized for an amazing 25 years with the Falmouth Commodores. And he celebrated his 500th win earlier this season. And we thought it was only fitting to recognize this superb achievement. Jeff?
That was Sean Keys, third baseman for the Cotuit Kettleers. But, Joe, tonight, Brian Young's going to make a start on the mound for the Kets. Just what have you seen from him so far, and what can we expect from the Commodores?
Well, we've seen him pitch a couple of starts so far. He's gone just over 6 innings across those 2 starts. His first outing was against Harwich, his next one being against Falmouth, both of those being tough losses for Cotuit, but it really seemed like it's been just 1 inning that has got to Brian Young. You go back to that first start against Harwich where he allowed 4 earned in the 2nd inning. He put some runners on, and then they came around to score, and then you go back to the 27-2 loss. He had the start against Falmouth. It was really just one inning where he gave up a run on a wild pitch and an RBI single, but other than that, he's been able to get through batters, get through time, and we saw him in a great job in relief appearances a couple times out ago where he got 2 Ks and pitched 1 inning strong, and that's exactly what they're looking for tonight, as we'll have the opportunity to see plenty of different arms. Absolutely,
and Tyler, Cotuit just looking for that 29th win tonight, which would be the most regular season wins for Cotuit since 1995. Is that correct?
That would be correct. Yeah, that would be 3rd most in franchise history. The most they won was 31 in 1964. And of course, those records are courtesy of our good friend, Cape Cod Baseball League researcher Bruce Hack.
Awesome. But like I said, tonight Cotuit looking for that 29th win, and lots of newer guys coming in like we talked about in the beginning. Joe, who is one of the new guys based on maybe his other summer numbers or just what we've seen from him so far that's standing out to you?
I like Sam Tackett in left field. He really showcased his really strong arm the last time we saw him start out there, which was the game against Brewster. And I just think it's going to be really fun to see him play in left field. Back out there again. We saw him in last night's game as a pinch runner and a batter in the DH spot, but should be interesting to get a look at him in the field again.
And we'll take a break here for the national anthem, but be right back to the Kettleers starting 9. We'll have Joe and Tyler on the call for first pitch at 6 p.m., but that was the Kettleers starting 9.
Cotuit Baseball lives here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Cape Cod Coffee is a proud sponsor of the Kettleers. They offer breakfast and lunch, as well as indoor and outdoor dining. Check out Cape Cod Coffee at their 3 locations on Route 130, at Mashpee Commons, at Wareham Commons, or on their website at capecodcoffee.com.
This year, the Cape Cod Baseball League celebrates.
From Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth, Massachusetts, it's Game 44, and for the last time in this regular season, we welcome you into the Kettleers Radio Network. I'm Joe Pratt, joined alongside Tyler Danberg, and we are here in Falmouth for the third and final time. Commodores squaring off against the Kettleers. The season finale between these two squads. Both teams will be playing as we move forward into the playoffs, but the season finale in the CCBL today, and of course season finale between these two squads, which Cotuit has that lead 3-2 so far. And Tyler, this is the hottest team in baseball, though. They have had the best record in July, but we're here in August, just the last game before the playoffs kick off.
Yeah, the Commodores 17-7 in July, 0-1 with a tough 4-3 loss in August to Harwich, but they came back, fought through a little adversity, erased a 2-run deficit, tied it up at 3, but then the Mariners scored on a wild pitch. But the Commodores, a very good ball club, and of course we know a lot about Cotuit's success this year. They've led wire to wire, first place team in the West from day 3 and beyond, and it really hasn't been close until Hyannis made a little bit of a run for it, but then Cotuit closing that gap en route to the President's Trophy.
It'll be Cole Mathis at the top of the lineup. He'll be facing Scout Updike. Second time today these two teams will meet in terms of Updike, who turns and fires a breaking ball that falls at the knees of Mathis for strike 1 at 6:02 p.m. at Gov Fuller Field. Third time we're here this year. Cole Mathis from the right side, Updike from the windup. Another breaking ball, this time down low, and it's 1-1. Updike out of Jacksonville University. He's made 1 appearance so far for the Commodores. Blonde glove in front of his face, turns and fires a little dribbler foul to the right side, out of play by Mathis. Count 1-2 to him. Updike's first appearance just a couple days ago went 1 2/3 of an inning in a 6-5 win over Hyannis. The 1-2 pitch, fanned at and missed for strike 3 by Cole Mathis. Another breaking ball from Updike, and he picks up his first strikeout.
Big curveball there to Mathis, a great breaking ball hitter, especially on pitches that are in the zone and up and into him. He likes to tee off, 11 homers this year, but Updike strong to the task there. A punch out to begin your day.
Now facing Sean Keys from the windup again. The first fastball we've seen from him bounces in the dirt, blocked by Luke Heyman doing the catching. He's out of Florida wearing the blue and orange Florida catching gear with the hockey-style goalie mask, along with those all-white Falmouth jerseys with the white pants, white tops. The 1-0 pitch to Keys. He backs him up inside. It's in the dirt again, and 2-0. I got the maroon belt with the maroon Falmouth lettering across the front. Black hats with the F right on the front, white trim around it. Long black sleeves. Updike comes set and turns and fires a breaking ball, cut on and missed by Keys. It's 2-1. Updike coming from the NECBL, picked up there, making his first start for Falmouth, taken low and in by Keys.
He pitched with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and actually has already pitched against the Kettleers, struck out 3 in a July 5th scrimmage on Martha's Vineyard.
3-1 pitch to Keys. Fastball tapped foul off of his left leg, I should say. Count full now to Keys. Yeah, appeared in 9 games for the Sharks, made 6 starts, a 3.90 ERA, 33 strikeouts across 30 innings. Payoff pitch on the way to Keys. Breaking ball taken for called strike 3.
Just goes to that big hook there, Joe. Updike, a lot of confidence in his stuff, and he's kind of a backwards worker. Really favors that slider, but there he goes to the curveball, and it was a nifty one.
And now for the first time this season, we'll get a look at Jeff Hurd. Transfer from Sacramento State. Batting from the left side. First pitch he sees from Updike, breaking ball, and he cuts and misses at it. Kind of a 75% swing from Hurd. He bats from the left side, an upright batting stance. And the next